Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing good. My name is Dom,
Haram.
Paul.
Connor.
and today we're going to be talking about vaping and all things considering it. So, Connor, why don't you go ahead and get us started?
Yeah, vaping, it's detrimental to the health of our society, and there's many dangerous chemicals that can cause lung disease and cardiovascular diseases. The number of e-cigarette use has been increasing, even though people know all the bad effects that can be caused by vaping, and the current use of e-cigarettes or vaping have gone up by 900% among U.S. middle school and high school students in between 2011 and 2015. After 2015, there was a slight decline in 2016, but then after that, there's a big rise in 2017, 2018, which just kind of erased all the progress that was made in 2016. Which our policy, addresses the efforts to reduce vaping, and I'm gonna pass on the ball.
Oh yeah, man. Vaping it can lead to tremendous impact on yourself, not only yourself, others as well. There's a lot of issues that come along with that. Vaping can cause damage in the lungs, causes starting to lead to coughing, wheezing, and can ultimately impact your risk having cancer down the road, but also diseases like a popcorn lung. It causes tremendous heart health. That ain't good, man.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah.
But yeah, addiction comes down the road, and that's another thing. Getting kids off of vaping
Right.
before they get addicted to it is a massive thing that comes with the interventions down the road. And what's wrong? Oh, no, we good.
Yeah, we're good. Let me just
But
make sure it doesn't shut off.
yeah, it impacts the youth heavily with brain development and addiction as well. Nicotine harms the developing of the brain, affects the memory and attention of the kids, and not only does it do it to yourself, the risk of others, secondhand and third-hand exposure. Secondhand smoke, when non-vapors inhale nicotine and chemicals, it can harm child and woman pregnancy, actually.
Oh, wow.
So the CDC recommends avoiding vaping if you're not a smoker, especially for teens, pregnant women, and any of those other health conditions. And basically just quit vaping, man. It ain't good.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pass it on to Ram.
Yeah, and let me talk about our mitigation, which is the solutions to reduce vape in our public society, especially for Jackson County here. The first initiative we will take is to host group seminars for individuals who seek to quit using e-cigarettes. To do this, we will contact with the Jackson County Department of Public Health to get a seminar space, preferably within the premises of the Jackson County Administrative Center. Yeah, if that space is not readily available, we'll find another space, and discuss about it.
Yeah.
And the key, however, is to make these seminars relevant to people who have stories to tell related to vaping. So we will go to Harris Regional Hospital to find out who's prepared to tell their stories, such this testimonies can be able to motivate and support the participants. Right? So in total, each seminar will last for 60 minutes and occur every Saturday of January in the year 2025 to take the advantage of the first start feedback.
Oh yeah.
You can get much more motivated when you started in January or something, right?
Oh yeah.
So the sessions will include topics about what vaping is, how one may get addicted to it, how to make a quick plan, and general principles on preventing relapse. So discussions and one-on-one counseling will be added to it to enhance the experience, and the attendees will get the assistance they need in all matters relating to their needs. Okay, next we're going to the first front of the fight, which is the schools, right?
Oh yeah.
With with the assistance of Jackson County Schools, we will organize online webinars for the counselors, for the school counselors. So these webinars will enable them to identify vaping, bring awareness on the dangers it poses to students, and assist those who want to stop, want to quit vaping. Yeah. And we will have weekly sessions with students counselors on a one-on-one basis. 20 minutes will be adequate for each session, as it will be dependent on the patient. Such possibilities entail schools giving other incentives and possible rewards to those who finish this possibility, and the ability to discontinue the use of the substance, the vaping. Yeah, and in this way, the most required assistant is available most on a day-to-day basis to where it is most imperative, which is the young people of our country. So, for the last but not least, let's wrap our campaign by issuing public service announcement. Together with a local TV channel, we will develop a 30-second commercial emphasizing the negative sides of vaping, namely health concerns, children, and the importance of a good future. So we will bring on a marketing firm that will be responsible for developing the storyline, focusing on the physical and mental health benefits of quitting, as well as empowerment. So the vape advertising campaign will be screened at peak time, like for example, after school times or sporting events, which attract teenagers who are the main target of us. Okay, and that's it for the mitigation. And Dom, can you talk about for the next topic?
Yes, I'm going to be talking about different POVs concerning vaping. So first off, I want to talk about nicotine, because as we know, it's in vapes. Nicotine basically is a extremely addictive chemical that are found in tobacco plants. And with that being said, vaping with the nicotine, vaping can lead to addiction, along with, I believe Paul might have mentioned earlier, heart and lung problems, but it can also lead to cancer and unfortunately, eventually death. Vaping, it's not good, it's bad.
That's bad.
Bad.
We don't like that.
Very bad. Vaping in the youth can be seen as trendy, unfortunately, because peer pressure. Yeah, and then nicotine and vapes, obviously, make them extremely addicting, like I said. But with the abundance of flavors, people are even more hooked to it, which makes it even harder to stop vaping. You have a few pros, and I say pros with like very big quotation marks. E-cigs can be a stepping stone to stop smoking. So you'll see a lot of people who smoke cigarettes kind of, oh gosh, 1 second, I want the computer to turn off on me. All right, let's see, what was I saying? It's a stepping stone into quitting smoking. So you'll see people who smoke cigarettes start going to like vapes and stuff to kind of slow it down a little bit, and then eventually stop smoking in general, from cigarettes to vaping and from vaping to nothing at all. And then vaping is also a safer way to ingest tobacco, but take that with a grain of salt, because sure, you're not ingesting as much tobacco as you would with cigarettes, but you're ingesting a lot of micrometals and other harmful chemicals that you just don't want in your lungs. And then cons. Unfortunately, we do see vaping skyrocketing in the youth. I remember my senior year in high school, I was walking down in my middle school to like speak about something, and I just see a bunch of like no vaping posters, which is like crazy because they're middle schoolers. But unfortunately, it is skyrocketing in the youth. It can also, like I said earlier, cause serious health risks, as we know: heart, lungs, death, cancer, very bad. And then vapes itself can explode. If you charge it for long enough, it just can't explode. There's been multiple instances where we see vapes just blowing up. So honestly, me personally, I don't want to inhale anything from something that can blow up, but that's just me. But
That's
yeah,
me too. Yeah.
that's you too. All right. But that is all for our vaping segment. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope you guys took some important information back with you. And at the end of the day, say no to vaping.
Say no.
That's
Yeah,
right.
no.
Say no. All right. Thank you guys.